before we get started, hit that subscribe button down below. You know the drill. As always, there's going to be plenty of Habs content coming on this channel and throughout the Montreal Canadiens season. The Montreal Canadiens picked up their first victory of the season on Saturday night, defeating the Edmonton Oilers 5-1. Carey was the best player on the ice. He stopped 34 of 35 shots, and it was just a goaltending mismatch. You saw Price was a big advantage in net going into this one, but Koskinen was just too busy on the other side of the ice. He didn't really look comfortable all throughout the game, and it really showed with the final 5-1 score. When the Canadiens play a structurally sound game like they did on Saturday night, it's going to be very difficult to beat this team. I think the Edmonton Oilers, with the amount of star power they have up front, one of the keys to beating them is going to be keeping them off the man advantage. And even when the Canadiens let them go on the power play on Saturday, they were pretty aggressive compared to Game 1 in Toronto, and I think that paid dividends with the overall victory. Even though there was an improvement from Game 1, they're still going to have to be more aggressive on the penalty kill. They're still playing in that little bit of a passive box formation, and I think they're going to have to be more aggressive in this type of division with the amount of star power that's present in the All-Canadian division. Jeff Petrie and Thomas Tatar both scored 2 goals against the Oilers on Saturday night. Petrie always does these type of shenanigans against his former club. It's almost like you shouldn't have dealt the guy in the first place, Edmonton. Meanwhile, Thomas Tatar, he seems to be a little bit hot to start the year, and it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. He's going into a contract year, and it feels like he's going to want one more big contract to add to his resume once this season finishes. The Tatar-Gallagher line was the best line on the ice in game number 2, and I think we should get used to that after seeing a rather lackluster performance in game number 1. Despite only having 2 chances on the man advantage, the Canadiens scored on one of them on a bit of a weird bounce from Jeff Petrie. But with that being said, I really like the way they're structured on the man advantage this year. They're able to actually gain the zone, which is a big part of finding success on the power play. Once they get into the zone, they have no problem moving the puck around, but it's those zone entries that are so key on the power play, and I think the Canadiens got much better at that this offseason. The last thing that really stood out to me in the good section was Jake Evans. He scored a beautiful shorthanded goal, and I think he's going to show big impacts on the defensive side of the puck this year, and he's going to show some offensive flair as well. The former 7th round pick should be a staple on the Canadiens this year as their 4th line center. Now, it's only been 2 games, and we know how streaky of a player he is, but I haven't exactly been thrilled with Yoel Armia's performance throughout 2 games as a Montreal Canadien this season. It seems that Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Tyler Toffoli have found some chemistry, but I'm not sure Armia fits into this line in the long term. With that being said, Kotkaniemi has a great shot, Armia has a good shot, and Toffoli's known for his great shot. Somebody on this line has to shoot the puck. They all seem very hesitant, and they're all very gifted at passing, but they need to shoot the puck. I thought Joel Edmonton was much better in game number 2, but there's still definitely room for improvement from the big 6'4" defender. He made a really nice play on the Canadiens' second goal, stepping up on McDavid, which is a big risk in itself, but it ultimately led to a turnover and a beautiful goal by Thomas Tatar. That's it for me today from Cook's Corner. As always, comment below what you thought of the Canadiens' performance in game number 2 and hit that thumbs up button. I'm Zach Cook. We'll see you later.